Today, we're going to have the Heritage go from this to this to this to this to this. Today, we're going to install the Bare Backs saddlebag quick release system on my 2008 Harley-Davidson Heritage Softail Classic. In order to do it, though, as you saw in the beginning, I'm going to do a whole lot more than just the Bare Backs. I'm actually going to convert the bike to a quick release rear seat and sissy bar. As you can see on the table, I went ahead and bought some other parts, and we'll go through how to install it. To start with, I bought a conversion kit to convert my existing hard-mounted sissy bar to a quick release. Harley-Davidson used to make one, but since this bike is a 2008, they don't make it anymore. So I bought an aftermarket version. I'll put a link in the description. It's less expensive than Harley-Davidson. It appears to be pretty good quality. There's some odds and ends I may do some adjustments with. I also bought a grommet kit. Harley-Davidson makes one, but they didn't make one that fit this bike for the way I'm going to convert it. So I bought an inexpensive grommet kit that comes with a series of spacers and extra bolts. Now, one thing that's interesting is the hole in the spacers is 3/8 inch. The bolts, much smaller. The spacers, much smaller. So I went to my local hardware store and I picked up some additional spacers that are steel but chrome plated and some longer bolts. And you'll see why. There's a set of 3 bolts on either side that we're going to be replacing and changing around. So that's the overview of the system. But like I said, today's installation is the bareback quick release saddlebag mounts. All right, I've taken all of the barebacks hardware out of the packaging. This is the CV139. This is different than some of the others. This one's designed for bikes that have quick detach sissy bars. So along with my conversion with the pieces, this is also unique. And what's unique, and the most unique, is that these studs are longer. So if I was doing this and not putting on the quick release backrest, these bolts would be shorter. So they're this long to allow for the length for the grommets. So we'll get to that when we do the installation. All right, the way the system works is there's 2 places that have quick disconnect, inside the bag and down at the lower mount. And this will make more sense once we get further into it. But the way this works is that this bolt runs in and holds the mount for the quick release as well as the rear fender up against the rear structure of the bike. Then there is this piece that goes inside the bag. And if you look, there's a U-shaped section with a spring and a collar. When this is all bolted on, and the way you engage this is you take and you pull this collar back, and it opens up on the bottom side, and you can see a slot. What you do, and I'm going to take the spring and the collar off so you can see how it goes together, is when you pull that collar and the spring off, then this slot opens up and it goes over that bolt or over that bolt head. So it slides in just like that. So with everything together, the way it looks is like this. You pull it back, it slides over, and then it snaps back, holding this secure. So there's 2 of these per saddlebag. So these are the main saddlebag mounts. This will replace the hardware that would normally go through and bolt into the bike from inside the saddlebag. Next is the lower mount. So this is the lower mount that goes on to the bracket that holds the passenger foot pegs. And the way this works is there is the same thread on the back here as there. So depending on the offset and the position of your saddlebags, you can take and screw this into the original saddlebag mount and then put this in. So the way this works, it's pretty straightforward, is this tightens up. You remove this cotter key. When you slide the bracket over it, you replace the cotter key and it holds it in place. So it appears to be pretty solid. One thing to note though is there is no way to tighten this with a wrench. So I'm going to use pliers on the rubber part, and then this outer part can only be finger tight. So I will be using blue Loctite to hold all of this together. All right, let's reposition the camera and get started. Here we are down at the saddlebag. So there's 3 fasteners that hold the saddlebag in place. So down here, there's a grommet that already exists. So when we put our kit on here, it's going to actually space it a little bit further out. This is a 1/2 inch. This one, it just happens to be a chrome acorn nut, which that's all right. We'll just use a deep well and take that off. So in the kit description, I was talking about the lower bracket mount. This is where that pin's going to go through with the cotter key when we're done. All right, inside, there are 2 1/2 inch nuts. Go ahead and take those out. All right, with those 3 fasteners, we can just pull this right off. This exposes the hardware that we're going to be replacing and changing over to make a quick disconnect. The hardware that I showed earlier during the introduction will go here. So what you'll see is this front mount will require the use of a grommet. This bolt here that holds the sissy bar in place will get another grommet, and then the quick release will go here through the middle. So what's important is all of these are spaced out the same amount. Next, I'm going to remove these 3 fasteners and remove the sissy bar. This rearmost fastener is a T45. Okay, as I remove this last fastener, be very careful not to drop the backrest for fear of scratching the paint. And there we have it. Before we start installing the hardware, I want to go over the spacers and the grommets. What's going to drive the spacers most of the way is this rear spacer here. So this is the rearmost portion of the spacer where the seat will latch. So what we want to do is we want to measure how big this is. So looking at it, it looks like 23 millimeters. We want to make sure that everything that we do is spaced out that same 23 millimeters. So let's go to the second one. So this is the mount that goes second. I already have the spacers in here, and what you'll see is there's a spacer that is 3/4 of an inch and a couple of washers. So if we measure that, stacked up the dimensions that we have, it is 23.27. So that gets us the same amount of spacing out as that large grommet. So last is this front grommet. Front grommet goes here. And this is also another post for the mounting of the saddlebags. So what you'll see is I have a 3/8 thick spacer and the grommet that comes with it. 23.73. All right, so I'm 0.7 millimeters different rear to front. I don't think that's going to make a big difference. So the kit I bought had incorrect fasteners. These are 3/8 by 16 fasteners. So I went out and I bought cap screws that will go in here that are the proper threads for this. One thing to be careful of, inside of here is a nut plate. In other words, it's a plate that has 2 nuts welded into it. So you have to be careful because if you push it, it'll fall out. So let's start with this rearmost. And my favorite, blue Loctite. And remember, we don't have to rush when we're using blue Loctite. Because it's anaerobic, like I've said in many of my videos, it dries with the absence of air. So let's go ahead and put some blue Loctite on. We don't have to be shy. Again, be careful of that nut plate that goes up inside. Go ahead and thread this in. Again, because we're using blue Loctite, we don't have to be super precise on our torque values because it will not loosen up. All right, next going forward is this middle one. We'll put our blue Loctite on. And these go on with a 5/8 socket. I'm using a deep well spark plug because with the head on here, it won't fit in the shallow. And there we go. That's the rearmost attachment point for the saddlebag. And last of all is the front. Put our blue Loctite on. This is that same 5/8. Next, I want to go over the lower mount. So this is a little bit different than what you would intuitively think. So to start with, my bike already had a rubber grommet down here. That's factory. There's an acorn nut holding the bracket on, if you remember. They supply you this piece. Now, if you notice, it already has threads on one side, but there's threads here. And how in the world are we going to put our little quick release here? So I got to looking at it, and this piece has removable threads. So we're going to go ahead and remove this and thread this onto here. Now, one thing that's key, because we're only hand tightening things, we must use Loctite. We're not tightening it with a wrench, so we can't get it to where it will naturally not fall apart. So let's go ahead and put some blue Loctite on there. Again, don't be shy with the Loctite. It's cheap compared to parts falling off. All right, now we're going to roll this piece on. This piece, it has a lot of play, but it brings the spacing back out about the same amount there. Next, we're going to put in our quick releases. Again, put some Loctite. All right, let's go ahead and put this one in. Now you want to make sure your holes are set up to where this cotter key won't fall out. I think that's pretty good there. Cotter key will come in from above, go into that little hole. All right, there we have the mounting. Now let's go ahead and convert our saddlebag to have the quick release features. All right, here we are on the inside of the saddlebag. You can see where the original hardware came through. So the hardware that comes with the kit is a 3/8 fastener that we're going to put in through the back. And then this U has to be pointed down. So I'm going to go ahead and insert these through, and we'll put on a washer and a nylock nut for each. So the nuts that come with the kit are 9/16. Here we are on the back side. Remember I told you that these need to be oriented down. The question is, how do you hold this when you tighten it? So if you pull up on this spring, you will see two flats. There's a flat on either side. Maybe I should have shown you this before I put it in place, but that is 9/16. All right, so I'm holding it here, 9/16, flat, open end wrench. Inside, I have my deep well wrench, or deep well socket, tightening it up. So there we have it. Let's do the rear. Here we are at the back of the bike. So as you can see, all the hardware is in. Here's the rear grommet. Here's the rear mounting point for the bag. Here's the front mounting point for the bag with all of the appropriate spacers that keep them spaced out. Also down here is our extended rubber grommet. So let me show you how to install this. It's a little awkward at first. The key is when you install it, you need to tilt the bag out. So with your index fingers, push the collars back, tilt it out, and just set it in place. And they'll snap right in. All right, with the rear in place, now it's time for the front. So this grommet moves, and there's a little bit of play in the bracket. So you just move it around until it lines up. You press it in, and then remember our clip, that goes through one of the holes. So here's a hole right there. Simple as that. That's how it's held in place. It's pretty darn sturdy. Here we are at the back of the bike with all the hardware installed. I wanted to show you this because what's important is the bags now are moved out quite a bit. This bag was originally right up tight against this rear strut. So it's sticking out quite a bit, which in my opinion is not a bad thing because that gives you a little bit more clearance to open the saddlebag. Here's the rear grommet for the quick release seat. There's the front grommet for the quick release seat and the spacer that holds everything out so there's clearance. With everything in place, let's go ahead and remove it. I'll show you what it looks like to remove it from behind. First, you remove the pin in the front. So you press in, pull the pin out, And then we just slide these collars and lift up. And off it comes. Next, we're going to go ahead and convert the backrest to quick release. So as you saw in the video, here are the 3 bolts that held it in place. When we put the new hardware on, it's going to use 2. It's going to use a front and a rear. One thing I noticed when working on this when it arrived is the bolt that held this on was loose so that this thing would spin completely around. So we're going to take it apart, put some Loctite on it, and make it so it doesn't come out. I've done one side, as you can see here, and really all it involves is removing 2 fasteners, 2 bolts or screws, and replacing them. So the first step is to remove what we have on the other side. Now these side pieces just slide right off. So let's go ahead and put some Loctite in this fastener. What we want to do is make sure that it stays where it should and doesn't spin completely around. There's a flat spot here that holds it so where it won't move too far. All right, so the first step, let's go ahead and take this small screw out. All right, so here's our favorite blue thread locker. Drop on here. All right. Again, we don't want to be shy, but this is also a pretty small fastener, so I'm not going to overdo it. Then we put that back in. As you can see, there's a spring-loaded piece right here. So when that grommet piece goes in, it goes here, and then this leg swings around and locks it. And it prevents it from coming back off again until you push up on it, and then it'll swing past. All right, let's go ahead and attach it to the backrest. And there we have it, all tightened up. Let's go back to the bike and install. Here we are in the back of the bike. First thing you'll notice is the rear seat's been removed. And the reason why is the rear seat is wider than the fender. And that makes it so that you can't easily put the backrest on and off with the rear seat in place. So if we remember, here's our front grommet, here's our rear grommet, here's the center post that supports the saddlebag. So the first step is you put those into the front pivot point or the front grommet, and then you set this down and press. And what happens is it automatically will come down and lock in place. So these levers move forward to pull it down. And there you have it. Quick release. We can reinstall the rear seat. Like I said early on, I like the look of a Softail without anything breaking up the lines. A backrest, saddlebags, a rear seat even. So now I can switch pretty darn quick. Within a minute, I can have it stripped down like this or built back up. So today you saw me install the quick release set of brackets and grommets to allow for the backrest to be quickly removed. You saw me also install the Bare Backs. Like I said earlier, this is the CV139 kit designed to go for bikes with the quick release setup. I hope you liked today's video. Give me a thumbs up if you did. Please subscribe. I always need more subscribers. Hit the bell, you'll be notified of more content. And as always, thanks for watching. Go far with Brent.